So we have the direct method, the second method, and the last method. Number 1, number 2, and number 3. Hello guys, from Maestro Iacopelli and welcome back to my channel. Like you can see here, number 1, number 2, and number 3. Take a close look of the 3 structure of the gluten of this pizza. Take a look. You see something different here? Today here we are going to learn the best way how to develop the gluten inside your crust with one dough, with just a little few different methods how to make the ball. So in this video I'm going to show you everything, all the secrets. Make sure to subscribe, share this channel with friends. Thank you so much all for the support. What we want here is the soft and crunchy in the same time. We have soft and crunchy in the same time. So enjoy this video, watch until the end. Let's grab our polish from the fridge. The polish was made with 400 milligrams of water, 400 grams of flour, 5 grams of dry yeast, and 5 grams of honey. Dump the polish inside the bowl. Then we add 200 milligrams of water, 10 grams of olive oil. Melt everything. Then at this point we add 20 grams of kosher salt or sea salt. Melt the salt. 430 grams of flour. Mix everything until it's all together. Dump everything on the counter. Make sure you grab everything. And of course guys, you can use the dough machine to make this dough. It's much easier and it's less messy if you want to use the dough machine. I like to use the hands because I feel it. Now let's go ahead and let's make the dough. Mix everything until it's all integrated. Please share and watch until the end. The goal here is to make the dough nice and smooth. Let's make one more time the ball and boom guys. So now at this point let's leave it like this at room temperature for 15 minutes. Let's let it rest. We can wash the dishes in the meantime. And we are ready to make the final touch. Little bit of olive oil in your hands. Tap, 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 on top like my usual video. Now watch this. One shot, boom, out. Then one more time across. Look at this, the magic. And now the dough, it's perfect, nice and smooth. Take a look. Beautiful. Smooth, soft. So that's the goal. At this point is when the video starts. Like I say in the beginning, we're gonna make 3 different methods. We're gonna go ahead and make 2 balls. I make a 250 grams dough ball. The first 2 are direct method. Always remember to keep the top on top. So that's how you make the dough ball. Go ahead and close. If the dough is a little too sticky for you, you can go ahead and use a little bit of flour. So make sure they are tight. Grab the 2 balls and leave it inside the container. Let's remember, I'm gonna keep the container just like this. So this is the first 2. Now the second method is this. Let's go ahead and let's make again 2 balls of 250 grams. Same thing that we did at the first one. So go ahead and put it in the other side of the container. Voila. Like you remember, those are about the same, but I'm gonna go ahead and finish the third one. The third one, the different is, which is my favorite, it's a little bit more complicated, but it's my favorite. Go ahead and create one big dough ball. Grab a container, little bit of olive oil inside the container, and then put it in a container, just like that. A little bit of olive oil on top. And now let's go ahead and let's close it. Let's close this one. And let's close this one. Let me explain to you. The last one is we're gonna keep it 1 hour at room temperature. The second one, we're gonna keep it at 1 hour temperature, just like that in a container. And the first one, we're gonna keep it 2 hours at room temperature and then we can use it. So basically the first one is a direct method and we can basically go ahead and use it like this when it's ready. So 2 hours at room temperature, 1 hour at room temperature, 1 hour at room temperature. I'm gonna go ahead and wait and show you the second step in a little bit. Okay guys, here you go. 1 hour passed by and this is how you remember the little mark here of the container, the pizza dough. So this is how it looks like. basically double up the side. This one is it's almost ready. So the first one, like I say, is direct method, so we're gonna leave it like this. So the second one, which is this one, put a little bit of olive oil on your hands. Let's get the spatula. Let's grab again. So let's keep it like this. Let's pretend we want to make a pizza, okay? But we don't use any flour. It's going to be really sticky, but it's okay. So let's grab it and let's put it down like that. And basically we're going to go ahead and remake the ball. Just like that. You can notice already that this time frame that the dough was resting, it developed more the gluten. You can see this because this video is to show you that the more time you rest the dough and you basically see, the more time you go rest and reball it, you're going to incorporate more air inside the crust, inside the dough. So that's why your dough will become more puffy and at the same time more crunchy and soft in the same time. You can see this. Take a look. See the air on the bubbles? That's all gluten. Develop of the gluten. Voila. So there we go. So now this one we're gonna wait 30 minutes also, and then it's gonna be ready to make the pizza. And then let's go on the third one, which is this one. Let's go ahead and let's flip it over. Like you can see, look how much air already got inside. This is because the polish. Voila. So this one, like I said in the beginning, this is my favorite one. So we're gonna go ahead and make two balls, but the problem is the weight is a little less. So I'm gonna go ahead and make just one dough balls to make 250 grams. Same thing of the other one. So what I'm doing here is I'm making the ball. Sorry. Voila. This one you can put it together with this, but because this video I'm gonna go ahead and put it separate. Little bit of olive oil there, and then I'm gonna place it right there, and little bit of olive oil on top. Same time we're gonna wait 30 minutes, and then I'm going to reball it again. So everything is gonna wait 30 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and save this one too to make a Bari style pizza, and then let's wait 30 minutes at room temperature. Today we are cooking in the home oven. We're gonna prepare the oven at the max temperature, and we're gonna prep some mozzarella, some tomato, everything that we need to make the best pizza. So 30 minutes Best Buy. Here we have some semolina. I'm gonna use 100% semolina this way, but well, to be honest, just because I finished the flour. Here we go how the dough looks like after about 2 hours. So this one it's ready to use now, and this one is still resting in about still 15 to 20 minutes to go. So let's go ahead and let's see the first one, how it looks like. Of course we are cooking in the home oven. Max temperature, stone is inside. Let's go ahead and let's make this pizza. This is the most important part when you make the pizza, is taking the dough out. When you do direct method, what happens is that the dough is a little weaker, so the gluten didn't develop that much. So that's why I like to make the pizza like the last pizza that we're gonna make today. That's it. So this pizza, it's ready. Take off all the flour, put them on the floor, voila. Because when we're gonna cook the pizza at home, we wanna make a high hydration dough. So let's go ahead, let's do the first cook first. Voila, pinch it, and then peel under. We're gonna make the pizza 12 inches, all the same. In this video, we are going to see the structure of the gluten, so how puffy it will get. So let's go ahead and let's cook it. Voila. Okay guys, in the meantime that the pizza is cooking, see here we have the space. Here is no secret, no tricks here. We're gonna get this one because it's been 30 minutes, and we're gonna get it. So make sure the top stays on top like this, and then now we're gonna go ahead and make the ball at this point, and we're gonna make sure that it's really tight because voila, nice and tight. Like you can see, is already grown. So we're gonna put it here and let it rest for about 15 to 20 minutes, the time that gets rest. So we have the direct method, the second method, and the last method. So let's go ahead, let's take the pizza out from the oven. So now at this point, what we do, we put a bit of olive oil on the brush. If you don't have a brush, like you can see in my other videos, I just go like this and then just go with your finger. Voila, like that. A little bit of Parmesan cheese. I use provolone this time because if you're cooking the pizza in the home oven, it's better to put some provolone instead of fresh mozzarella. So we're gonna go ahead and put the pizza back in the oven and wait that the mozzarella starts to bubbling. The second one that I really like it too. Now watch this, how strong it is, and so it's gonna be much easier to be made. Voila, in the flour, couple of times. Oh yeah, much stronger. Let's go ahead and let's stretch the pizza. So see, so what we are learning here today is that the more we let it rest the gluten, the stronger it will get. Did you see? Nice and strong. Okay guys, the pizza, it's ready. It's bubbling. Ooh, looks nice, crunchy. Let's put it here on the side. We're gonna compare these pizzas all at the end. So let's go ahead, let's finish up the one that I start. Put the same thing, tomato. I'm making this on the peel because I'm putting it on the peel because it's a little sticky on the bottom. Cheese, we're gonna put it after. See, it's a little sticky on the side. So what we do, we put a little bit of flour under, then boom, on top of the peel. We're gonna make the pizza again 12 inches. We're gonna compare the crust of these pizzas. So let's go ahead and let's finish up to cook this one too. So let me explain you a couple of things of this dough. This is how the pizza looks like. It's crazy because this is the same exactly pizza dough, but different method of building the gluten. So here we have the first method, direct method, which is ready after about 2 hours. Then we have the second method, which is same way, but I reball it, which looks good. It's a little bit more easy, but if you can see, if I put it like that, you can see that this one is growing towards the up. This is a little bit like this, and this is a little flat. That means the gluten is building, is becoming really nice and strong. So that means that every time that we are going to remake the ball, so the gluten gets stronger, stronger, stronger. So that means that it's gonna be like a balloon. So it's gonna grow and keep more air. That's why this one it's more grow. This is the way how to make the nice puffy crust. Oh my God. I can tell you already the huge difference already, huge difference. We already put the Parmesan cheese, olive oil on the crust. You can use a brush, this way you don't burn your hands. Go ahead and let's put some cheese. Let's go ahead and let's finish up to cook this one before we make the other one. Okay, this pizza, ooh, oh my God, I can't wait to show you. It's crazy, come out good, but let's put it here on the side. Let's go ahead and let's go and see the last method, guys. Like you can see in this one here, it's lovely. It's really strong compared to this, to number one, compared to the second one. Let's get it, more easy to get it, more easy to work. A couple of times on the flour. With this one, we don't even need a lot of flour on this. Let's go ahead and let's stretch. Press, 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 press. A couple of times, pop, pop, pop. Guys, if you want to learn how to make the best pizza at your house, you want to become the best pizzaiolo in the world, go ahead, check out my master class. I did an amazing master class. You can learn from A to Z how to make the best pizza at home and also a lot of tips for business. After this, let's go ahead and let's see how this pizza will come out. Little bit of flour on the floor, boom, 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 tomato sauce, then pinch it, and then boom. Then we're gonna make it bigger. Like you can see, this is more strong because it's getting back, so it's a little nervous. Ooh, stay there, you're gonna go in the oven. Let's go ahead, let's cook it this one too. Voila! Okay, let's get the pizza. Oh my gosh, woo! Let's finish up this pizza, let's go. Parmesan cheese, olive oil on the crust, boom, 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 voila. It's like when you make the pizza, it's like going painting. Let's make a Picasso right there, voila. Let's make a Picasso. Woo! Woo! A little bit of fresh mozzarella. Let's go ahead, let's finish up this pizza. Oh, come here. can't wait to show you this structure of this gluten of this pizza. Okay guys, the pizza, it's about to be ready. I'm gonna place it right there, show you the differences of this gluten structure. Wow. Number 1, boom. Number 2, boom. Number 3, woohoo! Number 3, it's ready. It's ready, number 3. Oh my God. Boom! I mean, take a look of these 3 pizzas, and please, I want to see your comment below what you prefer. Number 1, number 2, or number 3. Which one is the winner? But wait, we're gonna see the inside first. The structure of the gluten. Let's finish up this pizza with a little bit of fresh basil on top. Voila, now the pizzas are completely ready. Let's go ahead, let's cut the perfect slice, and then we're gonna go ahead and compare. I can tell you right now, it's already hard, the dough. That's number 1, boom, keep it right there. 2, I'm cutting with the scissors, this way I don't press the dough and doesn't look like that we are basically pressing the gluten, because we have to see the structure of this pizza dough. Are you ready? Let me show you. These are the 3 pizzas, how they look like. Number 1, number 2, and number 3. So judge in the comment which one is the best. Let's go. It's time to see the differences of how I made this pizza. So let's go ahead and let's see the number 1. Did you see this is how it looks like. It's a little bit more crunchy, a little bit more hard, and then like you can see the air pockets inside are a little bit less. But right now we're gonna go ahead and compare all 3 together. This one is the number 2, like you can see here the gluten. Oh. Like you can see here the gluten structure. It's a little bit more air pocket, and it's soft and crunchy in the same time. And now let's get the last one, which is my favorite one. And then like you can see here, oh, let's get right there. Let me get it better. Like you can see here right there, take a look of this pizza. More air pocket, come closer, get the close up really well. And like you can see here, it's soft, crunchy, and more air developed on the gluten. So the gluten is more developed in this 3rd one, because we've been making we've been reballing, so then creates the gluten much stronger. So now let's go ahead and let's compare all 3, one next to the other one. So we have number 1, number 2, and number 3. See? But they came out all 3 perfect. So now let's go ahead and let's taste the first one. Like you can see, it's crunchy, it's soft at the same time. I'm gonna taste the crust. I'm tasting because I want to let you know the texture of the dough, if it's the same. It's a little hard. I can tell you right now it's a little bit softer, this one, of course. That's because all the air that we incorporate inside the dough, it makes the difference. So when you see the dough is nice and puffy, it's not that it's thick the weight, because we made it the same weight. So it's because we develop more the gluten. So let's taste this one. Of course. Of course, guys, I can tell you that this one is the best. And what can I say? Try to make this, and then please tag me on Instagram when you remake, or when you make the pizza or a video. When you remake a video, or when you make a pizza at home watching my videos, please tag me on Instagram, Vito Iacopelli, and I'll see you every week with a new video. Thank you so much. I'll see you at the next one. Ciao!